Good evening, everyone. It is 6:57 on a Tuesday night, and we said we were going to go live. And here y'all are. Coming on in. Come on in. Join the party. We're going to have a lovely little chat. As soon as I see Dr. Adam pop on, I'm going to invite him to join our live. I've been tripping over my tongue all day. I don't know why. Let's see. Dr. Adam, as soon as I see your name pop up here. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I will tap him in. What questions do you have for Dr. Adam? Do you listen to his podcast? His podcast is called The Sister Wives Professor. It's one of my favorites. I like to listen to it a lot. I had this light all adjusted before we started. Look, let me see if I can adjust it. I'm trying to keep it from glaring in my glasses, but if I take my glasses off, I can't read your comments. And I want to be able to read your comments. My cat has just joined us. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm going to put a mint in. I hope that doesn't bother anybody. I don't want to start coughing. I don't have a cold. I'm not sick. But I have been known when I talk to get a tickle in my throat and then I start coughing. See, if I do that, then you can see the light. Okay, dokie. There are 25, 26 people in here. Are any of you Dr. Adam? That's what I'm looking for. Hey, Carl Elizabeth. Thank you for the repost, Ed Henry. I am just looking to see if he's in here yet. He did a podcast with Melanie and Corey that we were just live with last week. We went live with them. And Dr. Adam did a podcast with them that just aired yesterday, I think. My days are all mixed up because of this mess with my dad. And I listened to it and I was like, oh, we need to talk about some of this stuff tonight. So I'm hoping he pops on here soon. Oh, thank you. Look, the funny story about these earrings, I think they're the cutest little things ever. See the little boots? They're chickens, and then their boots dance. I think they're so cute. And hey there, Patty. I wore them to church one Sunday. And then the next Sunday, I saw my mom later, and it was not a Sunday. And she goes, you didn't wear those to church Sunday, did you? And there was a Sunday in between. And I was like, this past Sunday? No. I had worn them the Sunday before. She was like, you can't wear chickens to church. Back in the day, we couldn't wear earrings to church, period, but we can now. Anyway. How's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody doing tonight? Coming on here. What do you want to hear? I want to know what you guys want to hear us talk about. And I want to know where Adam is. Hey, girl. Hey, Nikki. What did you all think of Mary the other night? What's going on with you and guys? I don't know. So I should wear eggs next time. I should wear this in one ear and an egg in the other. That would be funny. You missed it with Mary. So Big Guy and I were here watching TV. And I saw Mary live on Facebook selling LuLaRoe. And so I was watching the live, as got to be me now. And I was like, hey, girl, hey. And she saw me. And she was like, hey, friend. And then she went back to selling her stuff. And then she said there, Jen and I are getting ready to go live over on TikTok or Instagram or both. So as soon as she stopped on Facebook, I jumped over onto TikTok and I saw her and Jen come live. There's Adam. Anyway, and so she joined live. I joined the live and her and Jen were quite upset. And I didn't know how many of you saw that. Are you here yet? Oh, he's trying to get all his settings right, I think. Drum roll, please, as we wait for Dr. Adam. I know he's coming. It looks like he's paused and he has his mic off. Why were they upset? So I'm not sure what happened, but the gist of it was that Mary was very upset that apparently Janelle has been receiving, it sounds like threats, like death threats and stuff. And she was like, look, you're welcome to have an opinion, but you need to be nice. Hi, there he is. Hello.
Hi, boss.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Wonderful. I'm very new to the TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I call it
What's your main YouTube
just podcasts.
podcast?
So
Yeah.
anywhere you download Patty Chicky, yeah, anywhere you download your podcasts, I should be there. It's so nice to talk to you. Oh my gosh, you have been so kind to me on TikTok. I'm so fun. Thank you for doing this with me.
Well, you were one of my favorite podcasters with Sister Wives. That's where I found you. Because a lot of the other podcasts take an interesting, it's all comedy, it's all fun and games, and we love to hate on Cody, all the things. And I found yours because I really I'm a nurse, and I enjoy the study of human behavior, the psychology behind it, all that kind of things, the whys. And so when I found your podcast, I found it very interesting because you dive more into some of that.
Yeah.
And I just find that very insightful and interesting, and I enjoy it. So
yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Sorry, I don't want to take over your whole thing, but yeah, it's been it's been a lot of fun. For people that don't know me, I am a professor of communication. That's my day job, and I've been watching the show since 2010. So I love Sister Wives is like my Roman Empire, my Roman Catholic, my Roman reigns, my everything. I think about Sister Wives, podcast or no, I think about Sister Wives every day of my life.
Really?
Yes.
What drew you to it initially?
Have you seen the show?
I've watched it from the beginning, so yes. But
I know that. I know that.
I'm just surprised.
Why?
Because I don't know.
I'm a dude?
No, because you're a professor, I think. Do you use it in your lectures and stuff at school?
Yeah, sometimes. Well, and you got to keep in mind too, I started watching as a student. That's how long the show's been on. So,
okay.
My research agenda is on communication about stigma. So I did like my master's thesis on weight gain and weight loss. I do studies on queer identities within families. I've done studies on sex work. And so when I stumbled upon Sister Wives, I was like, oh God, can I cuss? Is that okay?
Oh yeah. I haven't said it 18 and over.
Okay, perfect. So I was like, oh shit, this is perfect for me. Not for research, but just like polygamy. And I knew nothing about I'm from the Midwest. I'm not from Utah. I knew what Big Love was, but I'd never seen it. So I was sitting there, and just like binging Netflix because I didn't have kids, so I could do that. And something rolled over. I was watching like Cake Boss, and it rolled over into Sister Wives, and I thought, that's probably not, how good can this be? And I thought, well, polygamous, this might be interesting. And then it's like in Requiem for a Dream when like the pupils dilate. Like that was me with Sister Wives. It was just whatever this is for me, and has been.
Okay, so right there, that explains it to me. So that's why I asked the question, because I could have seen you when that initially came on going, and just kind of flipping the channel. I'm really thankful you didn't, because I like your insight into the show and kind of your take on things. Am I allowed to talk about the one that you just posted? Yes. Was it yesterday or today?
Yeah, of course.
It's a subscriber one, so I didn't want to come out with paywall.
Did I?
It's the interview with Melanie. Is that one open to the public yet?
It is. The ad-free one is paywall, but it's available for everybody. Yeah.
Okay. I found that so interesting because as you saw the other night, I had just talked to Melanie and Corey. And then I was listening to, first of all, I have to say, I had to laugh because on it you were like, I am so upset. I'm really upset. And I'm thinking, you're upset as me on a calm day, Adam.
People listen to me to sleep, and I take that serious. And no, I'm not joking. Like, I take that seriously. And but well, you probably know this. Then I don't think I should be, but I'm known as being like the nice podcaster, and I don't. That's not my intention. There are certain things like I don't. And I don't give a shit if other people, I don't care. But I personally, like, I don't make fun of the ladies' appearances. I'll make fun of Cody's appearance all the live long day.
Please. Yeah.
And I don't make fun of the little kids, you know, and again, I don't care if other people do. It's just, I am technically doing something connected to my day job, right? In terms of representing as much as I say I'm not representing my university, I don't want to, like, I'll come on here and be a schmuck, but I do try to be respectful. And that's paid some dividends as far as, you know, people being more accepting of me in the orbit. And maybe we could talk about that later because I got some stuff happening that I haven't told you about yet. Ooh. But anyway, what was I going to say? But crap, what was my point? Yeah. So part of that is I don't try to be nice so much as I try to just give the big picture. Yeah. And what I always say is you look at the big picture, and let's be real, on Robin or Cody, it looks worse. Because the more you learn, the more I can't get behind them as people. Somebody like Mary, who I like Mary. And the more I learn about Mary, the more I understand her. And I got to tell you something. Okay, so this is a story about you, not about me. Yeah, no, it's good. I would never, I would never, no, I don't do that. You know me, I don't do that. I was watching, just being a flibberty gibbet, going through life, watching your live not that long ago. And God bless America, Mary Brown joins your live. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so great. I'm so happy. This is so exciting. You want to talk about Patty Tricky, a jump scare moment. What about me? I don't remember if it was you or one of the brilliant and lovely ladies on your live mentions the Sister Wives professor. And Mary Brown, this has become a reaction meme in my Facebook group. Mary Brown goes, there's a Sister Wives professor? Yes. And I, no joke, put my phone down, walked away, go, nope, can't do it. Like, I about had a heart attack. I was like, can't do it. I went back and watched it later on YouTube, but I was like, can't do it. I had my therapist in my ear of like, why don't you go outside in the cold and reset? Because y'all got to understand, like, I'm not call her daddy over here. Okay. I'm the Sister Wives professor. Nobody knows who I am. Nobody cares. And that's not true. I have a lot of listeners and they're wonderful, but you know what I mean, Grace? It was so weird. So thank you for that. That my heart skipped a beat, but that was because of the Suki interview I think I did, which was wonderful too. But
yes, it was because I'm not going to lie. You posted that and I was like, OMG. I had been listening to Dr. Adam forever. And you got the Suki interview. I was like, go you. Like, I don't know how you scored that. How did you score that?
You know, it's a boring story, but I'll tell you. So, like, over a year ago, she was on Sarah Fraser, not the one she was just on, but the post season 19 Sarah Fraser interview she did, Sukanya did. And I love Sarah. She's amazing. I don't know her, but I love her work.
Right.
And Sukanya mentioned at the end, and somebody pinged me and was like, hey, Suki said, you know, if anybody else, if you want to come on another podcast, DM her. And I thought, oh, what the hell? So I DM'd her on Instagram. And of course, you know, when you have any kind of attention, which we're lucky to have, your DMs are kind of a shit show. And you kind of got to, you know, and God only knows what Sukanya's are like. Good Lord. So she didn't get back to me, which fair enough. Like, as I say all the time to any woman I speak to, including you, you don't know me or any other man a thing. And so fast forward, about 6 months ago, I posted a reel about Sister Wives and Sukanya Krishnan liked it and then followed me on Instagram. And I was like, holy shit. Okay. Hi, Andrea, whichever. And so I thought, well, I'll DM her again. I was like, hey, thanks so much for adding me back. I'm a huge fan. I think you're great. Do you want to come on the podcast? And she then saw the first one and she was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I didn't see her. And she said this, she goes, you might be able to imagine my DMs are pretty bad. And so I don't see everything. And I was like, ma'am, I can't even imagine. So she said, tell you what, let me talk to TLC. I think I'm allowed to say this. She said, I need to film the one-on-ones for this season first. She's like, I'm sure they'll say that. She said, let me run it up the chain and see if TLC says okay. And Grace, I took that as like a really, really nice thanks, but no thanks.
Right,
So I just
right.
left it alone.
Yeah.
And I didn't follow up with her. But then every like month or so, Sukanya would DM me and be like, just so you know, working on it, probably going to do it. And so I would say to my wife, I would go, I think she might do it. And because I really thought she was just being nice and I wasn't on her case trying to bug her. That's the last thing I wanted to do. But I was saying to my wife, Amanda, who is like my biggest supporter, I said, what I want to do ideally is if I get to talk to Sukanya, I kind of want to give her space to kind of explain her job.
Yeah.
Because Suki gets so much crap. And I get that we don't get as fans the things we want from those one-on-ones, but I don't blame Sukanya for that. I don't. And so that was my intention. And so I was at my son's guitar lesson and I get an email from somebody at TLC who I don't know TLC. I'm not in contact. I don't know that I'm not, but I get the episodes. There's somebody at TLC that sends me the episodes like a few days before they are, which I'm very, very lucky.
Right.
And that same person reached out to me and goes like, are you available in an hour? Because we can get you 15 minutes with Sukanya Krishnan.
Holy
and I
cow.
said, right. So I am texting my wife and I'm like, because again, my wife is very, very indulgent of this. She kind of has to be because I got 3 kids under 10. I got another whole ass full-time job and I do this all the time. And so I was like, babe, can we move some stuff around? And that's the thing is I was supposed to have 15, 20 minutes and Sukanya, I kept saying to Sukanya, and of course I cut it out. I was like, I'm so sorry, like we can wrap it up. And Sukanya was so nice. She's like, I'll take as much time as you want. I don't care. Like, I'll keep going. She was so gracious and so friendly. And I'll be honest, I was starstruck. I won't lie.
Were you nervous at all talking to her? Because I would have been.
I nearly threw up before she came on the call. And because I'm not Mr. Fancy Pants over here. I'm not the glitterati. I'm the Sister Wives professor. You're like, like you, like, I mean, look at me.
You are sitting in my kitchen with dirty dishes around me. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
And then I'm on a call with her. And so again, she was so gracious and so nice. And to your point about me not being a dick, try not to be. When I was talking about it, I even said like, hey, do y'all want to see like the questions I wrote ahead of time? And they were like, from you? No, we're not worried about it.
Nice. Nice. That had to feel good though.
It did. And then, a lot of people, understandably, I think were kind of irritated with me for not kind of asking Suki like harder questions. But again, like y'all, like I have an audience. I have a much bigger audience than I ever thought I would have. I appreciate all of them. But TLC was doing me a favor. Like and Sukanya was being nice. I don't want to say there was no return on investment, but like really, going on Sarah Fraser, that's a great use of her time because of Sarah's reach, which she deserves her reach. I don't have that. Probably never will. So my goal was, even if I wanted to like gotcha or like catch Suki, like that was just like, why would I do that? I didn't want to do that. And so
I'm
most
not gonna
people
lie, my opinion of Suki has changed a lot with her interviews. Before I was very much kind of team like, why is she not? She'll ask a question, and there will be the kind of like it's obvious they're lying. Robin in particular, right? Yeah. So she gets caught in a flat out lie, and you're like, follow it up, and she backs away. And you're sitting here at home wanting to throw your soda at the TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I saw an interview with her and she was talking about how she really has had to work hard to build trust with them because if she pushes those moments, they will simply say, you're not coming back and I'm not talking to you. And so she has to find the balance of that. And I see that.
And we don't know what gets edited out either, I don't know. Because I have interviewed hundreds of people for research purposes, and I've sat down with people, done the same interview questions with 2 people, and the interview takes an hour and a half, and the other one takes 10 minutes, because some people just won't give you anything. And I can't they don't give Sukanya truth serum. She can work with what she's got, and so I don't know. I find the one-on-ones frustrating as much as anybody, as a fan. But again, my point, and I think your point too, was she was so gracious to even do that, and it was so surreal. And so my goal was just to kind of have a nice talk with her, and I feel like it humanized her to some people, and I'm really glad about that. And again, she was just really nice, and I don't know. Why doesn't TLC tell these? That is a great question, Nikki. I don't know. In all seriousness, that's what I want to know. Is if this is your job again, and this is not about Sukanya. This is not about Sukanya. It's about the structure of the show. If this is your job to answer these questions, shouldn't you? Because like I watch the housewives do it, and they're about to take their earrings off half the time.
Yep.
I don't know.
I've wondered why that's not in their contract. Like when they initially signed the contract, they could say, like, we don't want to talk about our sex lives. Okay, fair. But they should have very specific off-limit topics. Other than that, I don't know why it's not on limits then. Cody seems to be the worst one about that. That is just, off the hook. What did you say? You blipped out.
I'm thinking. No, I'm thinking. I honestly was thinking about how I want to say this. Cody makes me mad. I don't like being mad. I find him challenging because I try to, again, give a big picture on people as best I can. And I try to find redemptive qualities in everybody. And as a father first, because that is my primary role in life, I find him morally abominable, frankly. And that's a big word, but that's how I feel.
I think I look at him, not to interject or not let you talk either. I get accused of monopolizing the conversation. So this can be a conversation, right? You're cool with that?
I'm a talker. I'm here on your time. Listen to me. I'm going to tell you one thing, and one thing. This is the only advice I'll ever give you. Never apologize to a man. Never.
Oh, there you go. Well, I look at Cody, and I'm like you. I can get so angry, and then I have to remind myself. I was brought up in a very conservative household, right? And when you are taught something from the time you're little up and you believe that to your core, are you frozen? Yeah, there you're back.
No. Oh, sorry.
To him, I think he really thinks that the rest of the world looks at it in the same manner he does. So his patriarchal system and the way he treats his women and his children is how he actually believes the rest of the world sees it. So when there's people who call him out on it, he doesn't know what to do with that because he thinks those people are the odd ducks, not him. Because he's seeing it through the correct lens. And you see it when you take him out of the aspect of Sister Wives and you put him in Special Forces. He didn't know how to navigate. He did not know how to navigate. So that's the only place that I can have empathy for him is I'm like, you truly live in a bubble and you don't even realize you're in a bubble. Right.
And that's so smart. And I'm not surprised, but that is so smart and such a great observation because part of that is, to me, kind of relatable because we all can curate how we're communicated with, right? And to the point where my ideology or my politics or my religion can feel like, well, everybody feels this way because the internet allows me to curate that, right? And so I can understand that to a degree. I can't even imagine being somebody with fame, which thankfully I'm not because I couldn't handle it, but somebody with fame like Cody has. Because if I were to meet Cody Brown, like, okay, so I'm going to be dead ass serious. And I am Midwestern. I'm very polite to a fault. But even if I wasn't, if I met Cody Brown tomorrow, walking the streets of Flagstaff or whatever, I would shake his hand and I would go, Cody Brown, like, it's great to meet you. I would be so polite. I'd probably be starstruck meeting him and Rob. I would. And I'm not going to be like, why are you a terrible father or anything? I would just be polite. And most of the interactions he gets with, I bet, real fans or whatever are positive. And so I bet, yeah, the thing that I notice is when you go into the remnants of what was their social media presence, him and Robin, man,
it's bad. Yeah.
Especially Robin. Robin hasn't updated Instagram in like 5 years, and I guarantee you within the last 10 minutes, somebody has posted on her last post telling her she's a bad person. Yeah. And listen, I'm not going to argue for the morality or the moral character of Robin Brown for a moment. I will say the hate she gets online, I couldn't handle it. I could not handle it.
I wonder if that's where Mary was coming from the other night. I think so. There's, she made the comment, and she's gotten a lot of flack for what she posted the other night. Or at least I've seen a lot of flack for it.
Okay. For defending Janelle?
Yes, defending Janelle. People are saying things like, why are you defending Janelle? One, you started this. Like, you're the one that showed the light on it. And kind of like, you can fuss about your sister, but we can't fuss about your sister kind of thing. The other thing that I've seen is people saying they never defended you. Why are you defending them? And my take on that is because Mary can do what's morally right for her, regardless of how someone else has treated her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if she feels like the right thing to do is defend Janelle, it doesn't matter if Janelle's never defended her. If Mary feels like what is right is for me to do that, then she needs to be true to her own self.
Yeah.
Is how I see that,
I do too. Well, listen, I want to be careful how I say this because I don't want a moral grandstand like I'm this paragon of virtue, because I'm not, but I do, especially as a creator, when people, and I'm not comparing myself to Mary or Janelle Brown, but even with my small interactions I get with the public, I get every day, I get somebody calling me names or not liking me. And you know what I do is I go, I wish you the best, sorry you don't like what I'm doing. Because to me, if I need to be, I cannot have my, I don't want to say love, but care for others, including others that don't like me. That cannot be contingent upon them caring for me, because otherwise, what am I doing? Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so I agree with you. I understand that. And I think it shows, again, Mary's character of like, yeah, they did try to do the backdoor deal or whatever. And Mary going like, okay, but you know what? Mary, in essence, and I'm not trying to put words in her mouth, saying, I don't have room in my carry-on to just bring all this shit. I can't do this. Like, just don't go after Janelle. You cannot like her. Because, again, Janelle and Mary's point, because I watched that too, Mary and Jen's point, I took as, we aren't cartoon characters. We're not dolls that you're smashing together to play with. Like, we are people. We are very real people with very real feelings. And yeah, exactly, Patty Chick. I think she was just like, look, stop threatening Janelle and stop, y'all don't, that's not what, or Mary at least wants to say, if you're going to do that, that's not what I want. You're not doing it for me. You know what I mean?
The Real Deal says it wasn't really defending Janelle. It was why she was admonishing the fans for their opinions. And I get where you're coming from. I felt like she was saying, you're allowed to have an opinion. What you're not allowed to do is cross over the line and start sending death threats and start spewing that kind of, and I don't know what happened. But she clearly was very emotional about it, which to me was like, okay, something is going on that we're not aware of.
Right.
I think kind of behind the scenes. So I don't know.
And the Real Deal too, I want to say, and several of you, one, I agree with you, but the thing I try to keep in mind is exactly what you just said. There's so much stuff that we don't know about. We don't know about the darkest stuff, because I guarantee you everybody on that show has had stalkers, has had death threats, has had the scariest stuff that, again, would make me just nope out of the whole thing. And to your credit, everybody streaming this that didn't think about that, that's because you would never do that. You would never be that person because you are a good person. But there are people out there that are unwell that people like this have to deal with. And so I don't know. It's hard. Reality TV is hard in this regard though, because reality TV needs a villain. You don't need a hero in reality TV, but you do need a villain. You know what I mean?
Wanted Christine and Janelle to have their own show. And that way I kept saying, we don't have an antagonist then. Like one of them would have to turn because that would quickly be a boring show. There would be nothing for people to take sides on.
Right.
And that's just human nature.
Right. No, I'm with you. And for Mary, my interpretation was for Mary to go on a live and defend Janelle like that. There must be something egregious. And again, not anybody in this live is doing it. I don't think it's directed at us. I think it's directed at other folks. So that's, if I were to give anyone advice, that's how I would take it. That's how I took it.
That's how I took it too. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just felt bad because, you know, I don't know Janelle, but I like her just fine. I think everything I need to say, or I'm sorry, everything I have to say, I've said on the podcast. So y'all can check it out if you feel like it. I mean, if anybody has specific questions, obviously both of us are happy to answer. But it was a sobering thing because I hopped on that live being like, oh, fun, like extra Fridays with friends. And to your point, like Mary seemed pretty upset. I'm like, y'all, like, listen, this is not what we should be doing. I want to pivot a little bit because I did tell you I have some things I wanted to talk to you about specifically.
You did, and I was shaking in my boots.
Don't shake in your boots. I'm just a tiny little baby. Don't worry about me. So I don't know anything about season 21 other than what Mykelti has said, which Carol, pivot. There you go. Yeah. I was in a band called Pivot in high school, Carol. We were terrible. I don't know anything about if there's going to be a season 21. Have you talked about your wish list for season 21, what you would want to see?
If it includes a wedding of Robin's daughter, I may lose my mind. You want that?
Oh God. Listen, you got to understand. Send your hate emails to Jeff Bezos at Amazon.com, everybody. Listen, I am, with Sister Wives, I'm just a pig waiting to be slopped. Like, give me whatever crap you got. I'm going to eat it. Oink, oink, baby. I'm not above any of it. Do I want to see Aurora get married? Yup.
Really?
Sure do. Because I'm not above any of it. You can be. Everyone in this live can be above it. I'm not.
Okay. I'll give you that. Look, it would be good TV. It would be good. It would be good.
I'm here for a long time, not a good time. Okay. Yeah. I'll watch whatever.
So those Robin's kids and that whole dynamic of Cody and Robin and their kids make me want to pull my eyelashes out one at a time.
I know it does.
They just make me scream. Look, Mykelti and Tony, they drive me crazy too. Drive me crazy. They're so pick me, that it makes me be like, no, I'm not picking you. I'm not picking you.
Okay.
Just because they drive me crazy.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's fair. How do I want to say this? No. Well, no, I won't go. No, I won't go there.
No, go ahead. Say it. It's okay. We're just chatting.
I know, but I want to. You know me. I try to live my life with a campsite rule. I want to leave it the same or better than I found it with everybody. So that's just what I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. I identify with Mykelti as a teenager a lot. Like I had a very similar place in my family. And I wasn't a young woman. I didn't have to navigate body shaming and the stuff that she has come out and talked about. Right. I have a lot of empathy for her. That doesn't mean as an adult, her presentation of self jives with me. It really doesn't. But I could have a very productive conversation with her and would like to learn about her if I ever had the opportunity. But I will say my dark night of the soul as a Sister Wives fan was the Tony McKelty wedding season. That's the only time I almost tapped out. I couldn't just how many tacos? I'm like, I can't do this.
Yep.
I can't.
Yep.
Let me up.
See,
Let me up.
I actually liked McKelty until she became an adult.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then as an adult, I have been there's so many traits that I see in her that I feel like are Cody traits with the way she navigates things and plays both sides and I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like what you're doing. So would that be good TV? Yes, it would. Would I probably need to increase my blood pressure med? Also, possibly. Because those are the people who are my antagonists on the show. You know, Cody and Robin, Tony and McKelty. Sometimes Christine for a while was driving me nuts. She was driving me crazy. Not so much anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, I have been all over the place. Like from the time that I first started watching the very first season, loved Mary, loved Christine. Janelle was like, eh. Yeah. And then through the seasons, it flip-flopped and I was like, Christine's my favorite, then Mary, then Janelle. And then it was like, you know, like every one of them have been my favorite at some point in time except Robin. Robin has never made the totem pole.
Yeah. Carrie Joy, perhaps. I agree with what you said. I don't want to lose it. Yeah, I agree. They were kind of stunted because of polygamy. I agree.
Yes.
No, I'm with you on that. And it's funny. So here's what I want the most out of season 21, and it will never, ever, ever happen.
Oh,
not
good.
In a million years. Not in a million years will this happen. But I put me in the ground because like I don't need anything else. I won't even go so far as to say it should materialize. I want Cody to really push for a new wife.
I bet Robin would do that.
Oh, I don't think so. Why? Tell me why.
I do. No, go ahead. Keep going with your list. I want to hear your list.
That's it. That's all I want.
Oh, really?
No, I want to see them all on a tell-all together, stuff like that. I'll be honest, I hate to reduce everybody to start dating, but like I'm interested to see what Janelle putting herself out there in that way looks like, because she's so pragmatic, because she's so like she's emotional. She's an emotional woman, but here's why I'm interested in Cody pushing for another plural wife, because to me, Robin's entire identity was structured around being chosen above existing wives. I think that's the appeal of polygamy, is she got to be the best and the first among equals. If she is the only wife and Cody were to bring in another wife who, let's be real, is going to be younger. Yes. Is she going to be more attractive or not? I'm not going to go there because I don't do that, but probably to Cody, which would matter. I guess I could say that.
And able to have children, which she's,
just, I don't see it happening. So, to me, the appeal to Robin was to be first among equals, to be chosen as the best. And if she is the only wife and there's another wife, then that's the end. That's her. And let me ask you this. Okay, this is important.
Okay.
Don't you get the feeling Robin has like capital ICK ick from Cody now?
Yes. So when you were running from Mary asking about you in my live with Melanie, one of the things I don't know if you were still on or not, one of the things we talked about was, did we think that Robin and Cody were going to last? And we unanimously voted no. They're not going to last. And Corey went on to say, you know, she's already protecting herself legally. She's got her own attorney now. Like, she's already showing the cracks in the door that she wants out. Yeah. And Cody's behavior, to me, I mean, you're the communication expert, but his behavior, his body language, and the way he handles himself, he's trying to hold on to her for all she's worth, which is Zippo. And she's like, like, why don't you go somewhere else? So I don't see the two of them making it very long. So I think if if I'm honest and I say, where will this show go in the future? I, first of all, for the sake of the kids, would love to see it end. Having said that, but from a pure entertainment factor, I think it's going to be probably Aurora's wedding, and then it's going to be Cody and Robin's marriage becomes fractured, and then it will be the other, like Mary dating, and Janelle. I don't quite know what they'll do with Janelle. I'm not sure, and I wonder if she will stay in.
I'm never, whenever I predict, I'm always wrong. I'm good at interpreting what is happening. I'm very, very bad at predicting what's going to happen. I do think we've got like a season, and then I could see Janelle kind of killing time until Tata Farms is ready to go and rolling and rollicking, and she's going to be a grandma, which I love for her.
Yeah.
And, you know, all things must end. I'll be honest, selfishly, I don't want the show to end. When I'm not being selfish, I'm ready for it, and I wish everybody the best. Here's the thing, too, and people can flame me for this all they want. It's whatever, I don't care. I feel like post-divorces, Robin got a lot of negative relational communication, shall we say, from Cody.
Yeah.
I think that man was probably very scary to be around for the children and for Robin. And I don't have to like Robin as a human being to say I don't want anybody to be in that position with a partner.
Right.
I don't. I saw my mom go through it. I don't want anybody to go through that. As a man, I find it offensive. As a partner to a woman, I find it offensive. And I'm not pulling this out of nowhere, folks. Like Robin has said, like he was explosive. He was hard to be around. And I think Robin says a lot of stuff that's not true. I think that was 100% true.
Yeah.
Because Cody has confirmed it in his way too.
Well, and so she's even used words like I fought him as hard as I could.
I feel like there's going to be some stuff that comes in the next 5-10 years. I think we are going to hear some stuff. And because seriously, you look at, I'm going back to season 5 on the podcast now that season 20 has ended.
Yeah.
And the communicative change between how Robin engages with Cody, it is night and day.
Oh, yeah.
Night and day. She is exhausted by him, grossed out by him, whatever it is. And I don't blame her. Again, I may not think she's a moral good person. I don't blame her for being like, this sucks. Like this relationship is torturous. Because like a lot of us have been there. You know what I mean? Of, God, I loved you so much. And like, I still like love you, but oh God, you know, like I've been there.
Well, and so when we were talking,
not with my wife, to be clear,
Corey made the point, you know, she still believes of all of them, she's the one that has still held on to a lot of those beliefs.
Yeah.
And so that in and of itself has been a struggle for her with the whole, well, now if we're not polygamous, like, are we still going to heaven? And what does that still look like? Like where Cody has even kind of said, you know, he's thrown it all to the wind.
Yeah.
Corey, somebody posted a question when we were live the other night, and I want to know what your thoughts are on this. The question was, if Robin and Cody break up, at that point in time, do you think Janelle would go back to Cody if Robin was out of the picture?
You're making me put this on record, aren't you? God, I hope not. Oh, God, I hope not. But
think it through. If you think that went through, their little apology night was so different than everybody else's.
Oh, I want to say no. Okay. I'm flashing back to, should I say this? I'm flashing back to college where I would get like the "Are you up?" text from an ex, and I'd be like, I'm better than this, aren't I? No, I'm not. Like,
No, I'm not.
I've been there.
Because here's my thing. So when the question came up,
Carol, she did break me. Ah.
My first thought was absolutely not. She would never do it. And then I said, okay, but hold up. If you think back to this season when she was talking to Maddie and she said, I have to go meet with Cody. What was Maddie's very first, not to get back together, right?
Right.
So that means it's even on her children's radar.
Let me just say this. I don't think it's impossible, but I don't think it's likely.
I'm hoping that she's smarter than that.
I think it's possible, but very, very, very unlikely. I think what I could see is some exploratory conversations, exploratory interactions. I'm not, no. I have a rule, like I don't invoke Garrison for contextual purposes out of respect. I just don't do that. There's a lot of pain. There's a lot of history there. And I don't think it would happen, though I would not be shocked if there were, again, if Cody and Robin were not together, I would not be shocked if there were like exploratory interactions and if they spent time together. I just don't know what the relationships are with Cody and their children. I think that would have a lot to do with it. And I don't know, and it's none of my business. I just think Tracy, not just the exploratory, Tracy, I just don't think it's impossible. I don't want that for her, but I don't know.
They have a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
That can, I could see how that could happen. You know what I mean? But when the person asked the question, I kind of had a response like you, because I wanted to be like, oh, absolutely not. And then I went, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I've done some stupid stuff in my day, so I'm not here to cast aspersions, but I
don't see Cody ever being single. No.
He's never taken care of himself as an adult. You ever met like a man that gets divorced and got married young and like doesn't know how to change his bed sheets or whatever? Like that's Cody Brown. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like and that's part of that is getting married young and also the gender dynamic. I mean, you can be a man, get married young, and still know how to take care of yourself. But I'm saying, what was I going to say?
Oliver Nicole, I see you on that one. She said they're sexually driven towards each other. It does seem that way.
Dude, No, for real. And listen, I'm not going to go there, but like that ain't nothing,
It's
like
not nothing. And both of them have acknowledged it.
Mm-hmm. And I kind of low key love that for them in a way.
Exactly.
I'm not going to, no, I can't say that because this is going to go, is this going to go on YouTube after we're done?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. I'm not going there. I'm not having this preserved forever. I'll tell you later.
Unless you want me not to.
I'll DM it to you. This is
okay,
for you,
perfect.
only for you. Because I run a family podcast. Okay, I got to keep it somewhat.
Okay, so look, somebody just said Janelle would take care of him maybe, but not, and get together, but not take care of him. Oh, they'll be friends with benefits. Yeah, see, I could see that.
I think that and here's the thing too, I feel like Janelle has been very open that they most comfortably lived parallel lives. Does that make sense? And sometimes, particularly when your kids have launched, not all the time, but sometimes in marriages, that's kind of the gear you got to shift into. Not parallel lives, I shouldn't say that. But like, I've known a lot of people that like stayed married post launching of kids. Not everybody, but they become almost kind of roommates in a way, and it works for them. Some people, they keep it really, really, romantic and stuff, and I love that too. But I see Janelle being open to that. What do you think is more likely though? Like Janelle getting back together with Cody or Janelle finding someone new? Because I cannot see who that would be.
Janelle, I think that's why polygamy worked for Janelle. Yeah. Polygamy worked for her because she honestly doesn't want a man around all the time.
Well, Joy just made that. Joy made a good point. She just said the same thing.
Like Janelle loved her freedom. She loved having her own house. She liked him coming every 3 or 4 nights, having a little boom, chick, boom, boom, and then he left. And she was cool with that.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So I think the idea of like being a David and Christine holds no appeal to her whatsoever.
I was just about to say truck driver. I was just about to, oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Chat's always better than me. You don't even need me here. Oh, can I tell you something great? I haven't.
I would love
Can I tell
to.
you? Can I tell you a secret?
Yes, please.
Anybody that's in my Facebook group knows this. So tomorrow, I don't know if it's going to happen until it I don't know if it's going to happen or not. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to record a podcast with Jen.
I did hear this.
Did you? Okay, yeah.
Yes. And how did you score that?
I just asked nicely.
Jen, Mary's Jen, right?
Yeah, Jen Sullivan.
Is
I just
Mary
asked
going to
nicely.
be there too, or just Jen? Did you get that? Just Jen? I don't know.
Theoretically, Mary's supposed to be there too. Again, they can always decide that it doesn't work for them until it happens. It didn't happen, but yeah, if it happens, everybody will hear it. So that would be fun. But
Nice.
yeah.
Mary is so I did kind of like you last summer. Mary agreed to
Jen
do an
too.
interview with me.
Yeah.
And I sucked at it because it was one of the first ones I did and I talked too much. I was kind of like, oh, really? Because I had just kept putting it out there. I was like, one of these days she's going to talk to me. One of these days she's going to talk to me. And she was like, sure, I'll talk to you. And I kind of froze. And I feel like now, and I told her this the other night, I messaged her, I feel like parasocial relationships are so strange, but because I have spoken to her in real life like this, I have a lot of respect for her, and I feel like I do know her on a level that's more personal than I do Christine and Janelle and Robin, and
you do.
And I don't know. There's something to it when you can sit down and just talk to people.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. And I do. And chat's saying this too. I have always on the podcast been very consistent that I think Jen models really positive, non-toxic friendship.
Yeah.
Jen is Mary's advocate, but also Jen is very good at not telling Mary like, hey, that was crappy of Robin. She will ask Mary like, do you feel like that was good friendship? Like what she said, or like, how do you feel about that? She allows Mary to come to Mary's own conclusions. And so I really want to talk.
She's a girl's girl. Yes, she is a girl's girl. Yeah.
And so I want to talk to Jen about that and be like, wow, you really are. And I'm not trying to like toot her horn or anything. I genuinely see Jen as a good friend. I have this running gag on the podcast because it was a joke, thinking this will never happen. I always go, Jen, come on the podcast, because it's like, let's fly to the moon too, But you asked how it happened. Jen, just Jen, really on Instagram. Yes. She was going live in her shop, in the bike shop, and I just hopped on, and she kind of went, hi, the sister wives professor. There's a sister, just like Mary. She's like, there's a sister wives professor. And I was like, hi, Jen, in the chat. I was like, hi, Jen, I'm Adam. You can call me Adam. It's no big deal. And I just DM'd her, and I was like, I think you're great. I have a podcast. I'm not a dick. I don't make fun of the kids. I don't make fun of ladies' looks. If you ever want to come on, go ahead. And she said, well, let me talk to Mary. And just like Sukanya, I thought, well, that's probably a polite no, but great. I was thrilled to talk to her. And then I would go on her lives, and like the next week she did a live, and she was like, Adam, I know you. Yeah, I'm going to DM you. I'm going to DM you soon. And it just kind of came together. And
okay. Well, now look, first of all, I can't wait to hear this one. Second of all, you better give me some blow credit that when you were in my live, I called you out with Mary.
Oh, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring it up.
That's just so funny to me.
I'm just part of the Got to Be Me Now cinematic universe. Okay, I'm just a bit player.
They can't read my name. They go got to be me now. The big joke between Mary and I is when she first saw it, she thought it was got to be meow.
Sorry. That's a good name too.
It's my backup page.
Well, there you go. Did you hear me shout you out on the podcast like 2 or 3 weeks ago?
I did. I was like, I actually texted a bunch of my in real life friends. It was like, hey, you got to go listen to this. Yeah,
that's how I felt when because we connected because you tagged me because you after the Suki interview. because I was like, oh my God, yay! Because I don't know, anybody pays attention to me, I'm just delighted because I never take it for granted. I'm always just amazed anybody cares. And so, but yeah, so we will see. Again, hopefully, I'm going to be real embarrassed if the interview doesn't happen. And if it doesn't, fair enough, right? They don't owe me anything.
Well,
But
for a while, I had a shirt that said, I've been ghosted by Mary Brown because she thought it was hysterical. Some people got mad at me. I thought it was really funny. Her and I had set up a night to go live together, and she ended up having an emergency and couldn't. But
sure.
she couldn't message me because where she was, she didn't have any cell phone service. So I went live waiting for her to join, and she never joined. And she felt so bad. And I was like, it's okay. Somebody that was on the live is making me a shirt that said I was ghosted by Mary Brown. And she was like, that is beautiful. I love it. Like, she was fine with it. Yeah.
Madre, you can hear my podcast or find my podcast, Apple, Spotify, Podcast Addict, Amazon. I'm not on YouTube. I probably should be, but anywhere but that, like anywhere you find podcasts, I'm not going to push I got a Patreon, whatever. Don't worry about it. But I will say, if y'all like deep level analysis of the Browns, that's my main drive on my Patreon is the deep dives. I've got 18, 19 different podcasts. I got a whole one where I talk like for an hour about Robin's crying, Cody and his relationship with his dad, couple on Mary. I just did one on the catfishing.
That was a really good episode.
Thank you. I enjoyed it. I was very nervous about it because I was trying to, again, give like a big picture because I think it's really easy to paint it as a black and white situation. But I've been very consistent that, Mary was emotionally starved out by Cody, manipulated, taken advantage. The legal divorce was trauma for her. It was really hard. Even if it was Mary's idea, I don't know, y'all, I've done plenty of things that were my idea and they made me feel really, really bad for a really long time. You know what I'm saying? And so I wanted to just kind of give a bigger picture on it. Thank you, Patty Tricky. Yeah, it was fun to do. So yeah, anyway, I'm not trying to shill. Sorry. It's like the opposite of what I want to do, but I just want to mention it because some people don't know about that content. And also Mary was an empty nester, which is hard enough. And so you lose kind of because again, my oldest is 9. And so with all 3 of them out of the house, I don't know, like, what am I going to do? I cannot imagine, and I'll be all right. But I mean, that is a major life. And I teach this in class the name of my podcast is called The Sister Wives Professor. The Sister Wives Professor. That's how I say it. I also have a podcast that almost nobody listens to, but it's really fun, called I'm Already Scared with Dr. Adam, where I review ghost hunting shows and I curse.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'll have to look that one up.
I don't promote it much. It's like casual Fridays at work. I'm just really stupid and I cuss, which I don't on The Sister Wives Professor. I'm safe for work. And yeah, I enjoy doing that one. I just did it for fun because I love ghost crap.
Me too.
Oh, you should check it out then. You should come on. Do you want to come on?
I love ghost stuff.
You should come on. What do I teach, Dr. Adam? I teach, what a great question, Lindy. I teach mostly interpersonal communication. So I teach classes on relationships, on families, gender and sexuality, sometimes organizational communication like leadership and management, interviewing, public speaking. Ghost Hunter here. Heck yeah, Patty. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. I hope you like it.
It's not a live with Jen. It's a recorded podcast, right?
Yeah. Hopefully, Oliver and Nicole tomorrow morning. I'm supposed to. If you follow the Sister Wives Professor on anything, including Facebook or anywhere on Apple, Spotify, you will see it because I'm going to try to. If it happens, I will get it out as soon as I can. My wife is going out of town. So I'm going to be super dad for the next couple days, but which I'm excited to do. But I kind of like being solo parent. I would rather my wife.
No, I'm sorry. I was having to drag the puzzle and I missed it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh yay! I just missed it and I had to do it again. Sorry. So you're solo parenting, yes.
Sorry, I'm being boring. I apologize. I'm just saying if the interview happens, I'll get it out as soon as I can. And it'll be out. It's not going to be paywalled. It's going to be for everybody. Thank you, Maggie. I appreciate that. Yeah, it'll be available for everybody. And I'm so excited because I don't know. between
I
you
don't
and
know
me,
that I've heard Jen do an interview with anybody.
she may have, but I don't
I
know.
haven't seen any that I can remember. I'm
Well, she
excited
deserves
for
it.
that.
Jen is the shit, man. I'm a huge Jen boost. I wish I had a Jen.
Well, we've been trying to tell Mary she needs to sell merch that says everybody needs a Jen.
Oh God, yeah. Jerry Lynn, my other one is called "I'm Already Scared" with Dr. Adam. It's available everywhere. It's but I do curse on it, so just keep that in mind. But yeah,
Somebody said, I just heard this today, and I don't know if it's a rumor or if it's true, so maybe somebody can verify it, that
sorry.
Janelle pulled her merch that was making fun of Cody.
Oh, I don't know.
I wondered if anybody had heard that.
Music Geek Live, you just. So anybody that doesn't know, I have a running gag or a Ronning gag on my podcast where I make a lot of puns with Ron's name. I'm like, because it all started because Ron was on an episode, then there was no Ron for like 5 years, and I was like, I want Ron content. Where's my Ron tent?
Do you think the Ron tent is still around?
How much am I allowed to say?
Oh, he knows something, people.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I like Ron. I like Ron. I think Ron's great. I don't know anything. Okay.
You got my brain scratching.
I don't know people. You know how it goes. People tell me stuff, and I don't know if it's real or not. And I'm not going to be a real people, and I'm not going to, especially somebody like Ron, he's just seemingly just a nice, handsome guy living his life. I'm not going to be out here spreading because I don't know. I hope whatever's going on. I hope Mary is happy. I hope Ron is happy. I have no indication that they are together. I don't know anything. That's what I know. I will say this. I am hoping. My wife and I are hoping to take a trip to like the Salt Lake area to see like her best friend from high school. I want to go to Para Ron and, see what's going on around Mary's life. And, if I end up running into somebody important,
you'd be okay with it.
If I saw Ron, I would be like, if my daughter met Taylor Swift, I would freak out.
That's so funny.
I would have a heart attack. I would be more excited to meet. Okay, not more than Jesus, but it'd be up there. I don't know. The thing about Ron is he's so like he's just so normal. He's so normal. He's fascinating. He's so not interesting. He's fascinating. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and that's not a criticism.
Why are people saying Ron's ex-wife is a grifter in education?
Gosh, okay.
Okay.
But anyway,
the only person above Ron is Jesus.
I just think he seems so nice, and he's so polite, and he showed up for like Mary's event, and like romantic or not, I really don't care. I just think he comes across as a great dude, and I like that. And
I like that they are. A lot of people seem to be so bothered by the fact that Mary keeps saying they're just friends, that they're just.
They are.
And I am like, why is that a problem?
Yeah.
I don't understand that. But this is coming from somebody who married my best friend.
Me too.
And, so it's like, I don't understand why that's a bad thing. Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, whatever's going Ron, I support it. And if they go Ron to become deeply in love, I think that's great. There's no Ron Mantic connection, Ski Girl Utah says, and I believe Ski Girl Utah. And you know what? I think that's great. In all seriousness, Mary deserves to have friends. She deserves to have male friends, people that show up. Ron, I want to add to, because sometimes people in my Facebook group will be like, oh my God, I found Ron on Facebook and stuff. And like, I get that that's fun, but also like if Ron wanted to be more out there, Ron would be more out there. Yeah. And I think we should respect that he seemingly doesn't. And like, he's a human being. Right. I don't know what's going on in his life. It's none of my business. Whatever's going wrong with him, I wish him the best. And I just, seriously, I do. And I know you know this, but anybody that doesn't know me, when I joke and I make the puns, it's all out of love. It's all out of me trying to be sweet. And You know, if we never see Ron again on the show, I wish him the best. If we see him all the time, I think that'd be great. That's where I'm at. And
well, and that's
because-
what I always say about Robin too. Like, I love to.
That's wonderful.
Wonderful. I love to hate Robin, if that makes sense. She's the antagonist that's like, you know.
What?
But
you and everybody.
At the end of the day, the only thing I honestly would wish for Robin would be for her to get out of that relationship, go see a really good therapist, and go on to live a wonderful life. You know,
that's what I want for everybody.
Yeah, like if I'm being truthful and not just being comedic.
Yeah, sure. I don't want bad things for anybody. I don't want. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
It's TV, so you know.
Yeah, it's entertainment. It's curated. It's staged to some degree, or at least edited. You know, but these are real people. I don't want bad things for anyone. I want people to get better.
Yes.
And I don't see any evidence Cody and Robin are willing to get better. And that's what frustrates me.
Agreed.
As somebody that has tried really hard to be better and done uncomfortable things, you know, to work on myself and apologized and fix things that I didn't want to be broken, right? That I didn't want to accept were broken in me. That's hard. But also I've done that. I've done that for my children. I've certainly done it for my spouse. I've done it for myself. And so I want everybody to do that. If I saw Cody and or Robin doing that on the show, I'd be the first one to go, I'm so glad to see this.
Exactly.
I will.
Exactly.
But I don't. And until I do, I'm not going to pretend like I see it when I don't.
Well, and where I kind of draw the line, I think, is and where I can get inside my own head when I start thinking about them. If I think about it as a show, I can make all the jokes in the world and have a great time and do all the silly videos in the morning and be like, you know. When I think about them as people, I get angry because I think about these kids and how this life is for them now. None of them signed up for this.
Right.
None of them signed up for this.
Right.
They were innocent little kids and this was thrust upon them.
Right. Yep.
And the way it has impacted every one of those kids. And then I just get angry and I can get myself all worked up, you know?
Yeah. And we talked earlier on about McKelty, and that's why I don't subscribe to McKelty's Patreon, though I certainly think if you want to, people should. If I, without my consent, was raised on a television show, which I doubt very much McKelty has received any residuals on, get your stuff. You know, make your money. You've earned it. You did that work. You were filmed, whatever, 1 week off, 1 week on, half your life.
Well, and I will say this, in all fairness to McKelty, I have been more impressed lately. People have been leaking her Patreon, which I'm not saying I think that's right because it's behind a paywall, but I have appreciated some of the things that she has been sharing has been interesting.
Yeah.
She's been a little more truthful as opposed to just trying to say what she thought was the right answer.
Yeah, she seems to be running lower on Fs.
Yeah. So I think that's a good thing.
I do too.
Yeah.
All right. I should probably go be a dad. Anything else I am having so much fun talking to you.
I am too, but now did we get to the things that you wanted to talk to me about?
Yeah.
Okay. I wanted to make sure.
I just want to tell you you're great.
Oh, well, I think you're great too.
Thank you.
We are mutual fans of each other.
Isn't that fun?
It is fun, especially when neither one of us knew that the other one was.
I know, it's so surreal because I'm always, I don't know, it's so funny, Grace. I started my podcast now like 2.5 years ago, which is not a very long time. And my goal was I wanted to get 10 subscribers that were not friends or family. I thought dead serious. I thought if I can get 10 subscribers, I'll just keep doing this forever because I thought, well, if I did any kind of event and 10 strangers showed up and liked it week after week, I think, gosh, what a big success, right? Because that's the thing is a lot of people on social media, like, well, I only have like 100 followers. Like if you threw a book signing and 100 people you don't know showed up, wouldn't you be like, oh my God, this is huge? you know? And so it's so easy for me to feel like the little kid at the adults table all the time, including talking to you. I just feel like I can't believe you're talking to me, you know? And I mean that as a compliment to you, not to be, does that make sense? I'm not trying to be negative about myself. I'm trying to be
what's so
complimentary to
funny
you.
about that to me is tonight I told my daughter-in-law I have to get home because tonight, have you heard of the Sister Wives podcast? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, he wants to talk to me tonight. Like, so I'm fanning over you and you're over here fanning over me. We're both just little people in a big pond, right?
You know, and I'm just, no joke. It's like I say to my wife all the time about anything. I'm like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to have this day. I hope to have another one. If I do, I'm going to love that one too. I'm just happy to be here. I love life. I love that I'm getting old because some of my best friends never got the opportunity to get old. And so I'm just going to be glad for everything I get. And so anybody in this chat, I appreciate all of you too. You, and I know great, you feel this way too. Y'all are more important than us in a real, because without y'all showing up, like we're doing nothing. Like
we're just talking to ourselves. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which would be fun, to be fair.
It's too far to scroll back now, but I remember when I made my very first TikTok, I think I started it out with something like,
thank you, Barbara.
I'm just sitting in this chair talking to myself. I don't know if there's anybody out there, but
yeah. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Thank you, Carol Elizabeth. Thank you, everybody. And let's do this again. Seriously, this was so much fun.
Absolutely. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
I'm doing season 5. If you want to come on and do an episode with me, just let me know. Seriously.
Absolutely. I would love to. We'll DM and set stuff up.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Everybody have a great night, okay?
Good night. Thank you so much, everybody.